420 long years. I smoked lots of reefer, drank lots of beer. Every day at 420, we're going to settle the score. For 20 long years, it's been 20 past 4.
Hello, welcome to 420 Live. Jeff Kravitz here for another day, another dollar, another 50 cent. Coming to you on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Los Angeles. It's 420 wherever you are, so fire it up, fire in the hole. We're getting ready. Actually, we're getting ready. We're packing. I'm packing my bags. I'm using the part of my brain. I talked a little bit about this yesterday that deals with logistics and planning and getting all my ducks in a row. Today, I went and got a new phone. I got the new iPhone, which looks like a phone that I had 4 or 5 years ago from Mac. And I went to the doctor and got a physical today, and complete with, they want to check the prostate. Fortunately, I got a doctor with small fingers. So that went pretty good, pretty smooth. And I'm healthy. She was very pleased. And, when you walk into your doctor's office, I haven't seen her in a year, and she's like, oh, yeah, guess what? I'm drinking bulletproof coffee because of you. And I'm like, wait a second, I'm supposed to go to the doctor to get advice. If I'm coming to you and giving you advice on how to have your diet, have a better diet, you should pay me. So I tried to get the consultant fee, my copay back, because I gave you life-saving advice there. But she was very pleased with my health, my general health in general. And, one of the things the doctors are talking to you right now is vaccination. She wanted my opinion about what did I think about vaccines. And she was very excited about the vaccine coming up for COVID. And, they're going to be a vaccine center there. And she was very high up on just telling me how great the vaccine is going to be. And, my comment was, it's great, but I don't really need it right now. So I'll probably wait to see how the rest of America deals with it, and then get it in a month or two or whatever. Just see how sick everybody's getting or what it is. And she said, interesting enough, that we're going to get the Moderna. And she suggested I invest in the company because she did vaccine here in America, and that everybody's going to take it. And it's going to be amazing. And then she tried to give me a flu shot. And I was like, no, I don't want a flu shot. She goes, well, you flu shot. And then she tried to explain to me the flu shot. And then she told me about her husband getting sick on the flu shot. And I'm like, no flu shot. I'm in California. There's no flu. Do I sound like a complete idiot? Because I feel like I'm a complete idiot because I'm not a medical profession, but I do know that it's up to me to take care of myself and everybody out there to take care of themselves. And I went yesterday also and got a COVID test at the VA center where you drive around in your car for like 40 minutes, like you're waiting in line at Disneyland. And then they instruct you, cough in your arm, and stick the swab in your mouth for 20 seconds. That swab was, after 2 seconds in my mouth, the swab was totally polluted, totally wet. So 20 seconds with the swab in your mouth, and you put it in, shake it up, drop it in a basket, all free, all sign up online, and people waiting for an hour in your car. But it's a lot better than having to stand somewhere, I guess. And it's free. I mean, the state of California taking care of their own, and we got to take care of our own. And that's what this is all about. You know that, folks. So as much as I'd like to keep this in the tip of distraction, 185 shows of distracting and taking you away from it all, there is some serious stuff that we should talk about. And one of the serious things we want to do is get together. And look, Janine's like, get the flu shot, Jeff. Get the flu shot. I'm not getting any shots before I go to the Virgin Islands. I'm going to the Virgin Islands this week with our guest today. Todd Stoops is here. Todd's an old friend of mine. We met, oh my God, in 2000, I guess. First time I saw Rack was in the basement of Wetlands. And I was there to see God Street Wine. And was with my friend Jason Weinstock. And we wandered downstairs. And it was I felt like I was walking downstairs into a fish frat back in the day. That's what it must have been like. Small, tiny room. The band just firing up on stage. And I'm just like, whoa, who the hell's Rack? And these guys and I have had a long relationship. We're looking forward. Todd Stoops is coming up, and Marcus Rezak is going to join us in just a little bit. He's in the middle of a recording session to talk about what's going to happen on the Virgin Islands. But first, I would like to introduce you all to my good friend, Todd Stoops, live from Denver, Colorado, where there's snow on the ground.
What's up, everybody?
How are you, Todd?
Hi, Jeff.
How's your pandemic been?
It's been crazy, man. The first part was especially nuts because my wife Freya is a general educator of a hospital out here and downtown Denver, and for whatever reason, when there was the fog of war in the middle of March and they didn't know exactly how bad this was going to get, they weren't really giving everybody enough face masks and PPP and that stuff. And Freya came down with COVID. She brought it home. We all got sick. She got it. She was like, March 25th or 26th, something like that. And
that's
we were
early.
the whole family was pretty sick by the end of March, and then like the whole month of April. So we didn't start really feeling better. I'd say even like, better enough by like like April 20th, like 420.
Right.
So that was pretty heavy duty, man.
Well, how are you feeling now? Because they're talking about the long-lasting effects and how you'd always feel a little weird after it. But do you feel it that you had it, or is it done?
I think maybe genetically I'm I'm built to take a little more abuse, or I've trained myself to. But my wife, hi Max Blackman, by talking him into Anyway, but my wife definitely has lasting effects. She never had breathing problems before, and she now breathing is tough, and that's kind of one of the most common lasting effects from this. I guess people are reporting that it's harder to breathe in general. Plus, we live at 5,600 feet, so
right.
Everything out here is a little more. But I've noticed a little bit of that. What we're hoping right now is that people can't get this twice and 3 times, which would just really, really suck. I have a friend of mine that guy got it twice. Supposedly, he didn't get diagnosed the first time, but he just got diagnosed the second time. So until we get the vaccine rolling, it's going to be tough, man. I did read a cool blurb from Dr. Fauci today, who is a badass. Let me just say that, if the vaccinations go correctly and we can pump them out, we could have football games next fall, which means we could have big concerts again within the next, year. And that's the light at the end of the tunnel for us, because it's been a very bizarre, as you very well know, it's been a very bizarre, hi Reed, it's been a very bizarre time, man. It's been a very tough time.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting transition that we're all making, and to have it that early on and then have to watch everybody else get it might have been kind of crazy because people don't really take it too seriously. So everybody's like, and now everybody's like,
totally. Even through the summer, man, even through like up to like August, middle of August, people would just be out without masks in grocery stores, to the point where it was maybe like you'd see like 10 out of every 100 people that would just refuse wearing, with whatever their political affiliation shirt or hat might be. I'm not going to talk about that, but and to the point where most normal people that were wearing masks are staring at them going, what the hell? Are you still serious? You're not going to wear a mask in Walmart in August? Now it's everyone's on board. Our governor, you have to wear a mask even outdoors. There's been a lot of things put in place again, like that are mirroring what happened in April.
The numbers are much worse. But on a lighter note, you got a phone call from our friend Marcus, who's waiting. We're going to bring him in here in a second, but I want to get a little background here because I know how excited I was. When did you get the call to, hey, do you want to go to the Virgin Islands?
The day before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Marcus
okay.
He goes, hey, I got a fun gig for you. And Marcus and I have been making music for years, long time now. And all the gigs are fun, and there's always a story behind it. And it always ends up being some kind of story you could tell a month later. But I didn't know that, it was going to be this fun.
Yeah. This was a good call.
Sure.
Well, it looks like he's getting ready there. Should we bring him in? Are you ready, Marcus? You ready?
Oh,
I think he's
Hey!
Marcus Rezak. There he is.
Hey! I made it this time.
What's up, buddy?
You made it. You look good. It looks good. You look like you're working. Everything's great.
Yeah, in the studio.
I swear to God, I almost got a Marcus haircut today, dude. I almost did the old thing.
Did you?
Marcus, try turning your phone this way.
Oh, shit.
See what happens.
Oh, there he is.
Ah, look at that.
Did you know I was going to wear shades? Did we talk about shades?
No, we don't need to coordinate that. We know how to. We do it. We just telepathy, man. Telepathy.
Yeah.
So Marcus, Marcus, very excited to go to the Virgin Islands with you this weekend. Tell us how you got this offer and how it came about.
For sure. Well, it all started with I gotta say, it started with Vinny Amico from Mo. He gave me a call to originally do this show, and we were all set to do it, and then something came up and he wasn't able to do it last minute, so sort of it's the Shred Is Dead event, so I took the reins on it and called some of my best friends and favorite musicians to play with, and one thing led to another, and we're just and my favorite vibe control and photographer, and we're gonna have a good time. It's amazing. I got
It looks at. Have you been there before?
Yeah, I've been there before. 10 years ago. Nothing like this experience is going to be. It was just kind of a short visit, but this is going to be a total immersion into the National Forest of St. John and the lovely people who are all there. And they don't get music events like this very often, so I think that we're all in for a big treat. Really.
Talk a little bit about the Windmill Bar, because when I was looking on their site, they have built a little stage there. They have a little vibe going on, but it looks pretty rugged and remote. When I showed my friends, I have to say, they did bring up the Fire Festival, but I know we're not on the deserted island.
Oh, no. We will not be like that. No, it's going to be great. We've got lighting production. We've got great sound. We've got a real stage. We've got even, instruments. We've got everything. It's going to be great. Yeah, we've got the whole deal.
Sandwiches.
So do you have to bring all your own gear, or do they have gear there already? You backline?
Yeah, we're going to bring our main, our guitars and our main favorite things to bring, but there's going to be a backline down there, all the amps and a PA system and everything, and we're going to just be rolling in there, playing a bunch of Dead tunes, a bunch of my original tunes. Some other fun stuff. It's going to be awesome. Todd's played a bunch of it with me before, and it's going to be great to do it again.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, we've got some new stuff, a new album that's coming out soon. It's actually with a couple of the guys from Trey Band, Tony, Russ, and Ray, and I'm really excited to put it out. It's different than the first record. It's a little more groove based and a little more improv-y, so to speak. And there's a lot of live feel, like we put some live jams in there and everything. So it's got a lot. I'm excited.
So Stoops, what's the difference on playing Shred Is Dead to a typical Dead cover band? How does the music change?
Oh, it's like if Niacin or one of those like heavy fusion bands would play these arrangements. It's like the original Jazz Is Dead.
I remember that.
But even more aggressive than that. You know what I mean? Marcus.
Yeah, I describe it as like Return to Forever started playing Grateful Dead.
Marcus is one of the baddest motherfuckers on guitar on the planet. He scares other guitar players. So his approach to this music is, it's not like, if there's a way to make positivity like really intense positivity, you know what I mean? Like that's the vibe. And some of the shits, I mean, if you didn't know the Grateful Dead or weren't a fan and you heard the band play this stuff, you'd be like, "Whoa, that's pretty dope!" Like, it's in your face.
It's groovy music. Marcus, what was your inspiration for trying to take the Grateful Dead? Because the Grateful Dead they did have their times when they were very fast, very intense band, but over the years that music kind of mellowed, especially once American Beauty came in and Working Man's Dead. It kind of got into more songwriting and less of the exotic, crazy psychedelia.
Yeah, well, my roots have always been mixed with all kinds of styles of music, and shredding guitar has always been one of my favorite things, and great songwriting has been one of my favorite things, and improving. So I love the Grateful Dead's music since I was young, and I really wanted to make it high octane, high energy, a little more aggressive at times, and modernized, for lack of a better word. And I feel like we kind of achieved that with Shred Is Dead. It's there's elements of traditional Grateful Dead, and then there's like a whole lot of updated, modernized sounds and styles of improving and stuff like that. So, we do songs like Unbroken Chain instrumentally. We do King Solomon's Marbles. We do Terrapin. We try and do a lot of deep cuts. and in different ways instrumentally. So we try and, you know, keep it different than how anybody else is doing it, and really energetic.
So 2 sets each night?
Yeah, it's either going to be 2 sets or one very, very long set. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's
And
going to be a
no
lot of music.
no repeats, right?
No repeats, except for maybe a few of my originals.
I think we should repeat your originals as much as we. I mean, they're dope, and we have plenty of time to play. But that's just my, I'm just a hired gun. Okay.
Hey, I'm with you. I'd like
So
to.
the band has Armada. The band is Marcus. Tell us about the band.
Yeah,
The band is on fire.
Yeah, it is a stacked lineup of phenomenal players and great humans. On drums, we have Dave Watts of the Motet. And also on drums and percussion, we have Jeff Frank of Thievery Corporation. 2 of my favorite drummers who have done touring with me over the last 2 years of various sorts. So super to have them out there. On bass, we have Hash from Thievery Corporation, and we have Jay Berwick from Rack.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
have 2 phenomenal bass players as well. And they're going to be doing some crazy duo shit and other stuff too that you've never seen before. And then on saxophone, we have Mr. Matt Dolliver from the band Swimmer from Burlington, Vermont. And we have Mr. Todd Stoops, of course, as you know, holding down the fort on the keys. And also another cat named Jared Warren on keys, who's a local down in St. John. He's a great dude, great player too.
Who actually went to school here in Boulder. He lives here in Boulder.
Does he? Oh, I think he has a place there too, actually. What?
He does.
Cool. I'm learning things every
Mother
day
Goat,
about
right?
this.
Mother Goat.
Oh yeah, Mother Goat from Mother Goat.
My friends were like, Kravitz, you got built under Mother Goat. I mean, you got to work on that.
You get your own bracket.
Yeah, you know what? I've never been on a bill before. I photographed a lot of posters, but I was like, on camera, Jeff Kravitz.
And vibe control.
Yeah.
Vibe control.
Vibe
I'm all about that.
We're looking
You know that,
forward to
too.
that.
I've got a lot of text. Listen, off topic, Kravitz. I've got a lot of text today. They're like, dude, Kravitz is going, Stoops? Like, all right. Like, like, should we get tickets?
Yeah. Now it's really going to be a fun time because Kravitz is coming.
Yeah, so and it's a limited supply of people. There's room for 100 or so people up there.
Yep. 100 tickets per night maximum per show. And yep.
And
It's
4 shows, right?
It's going to be 4 shows, and then we're probably going to do a 5th secret show as well. Not really a secret now, but now, yeah, we're going to probably do a 5th, and who knows how other sets we're going to do. We're going to do late night stuff. It's all going to be happening pretty much. And, you know, we're imploring the social distancing, and everyone has to get a mandatory COVID test before going there and register and everything. So it's pretty secure, and we're on top of stuff. So we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna swim with sea turtles. It's gonna be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. And they great diving. I don't know if you guys are certified to dive, but I've been diving for years, and I love going down. So
Our mutual friend today, who remains nameless, was on a phone call with me, Jeff, and he was like, Jeff is a huge diver. I've never done it before, but he suggested to get tips from you on how to do it. I also want to find the golfers in the group because we have a couple days off, and we need to maybe play some golf down there because, Jesus, this has been a really tough pandemic.
well, I'm just excited to be somewhere where I can immerse myself in my work and to hear some great music and rock out, and to be on St. John. I've never been there before, and it looks absolutely like paradise. I mean, the ocean is the blue green of the ocean is insane. And they've been doing shows now at the Windmill Bar for the past couple months. I saw that the smaller shows, nothing with this kind of lineup. So this is probably the biggest lineup they've had there all year. I know I've heard from the guys at the Windmill Bar. They're very excited to have us down there.
We're super
Jeff,
excited.
you have to bring that guitar that's behind you right there.
I have my actual Jerry guitar, but the problem is carrying all the shit on the plane, cameras, guitars. I mean, that's a lot.
I'm sure we'll find another guitar down there.
How many keyboards you bring in there? I'm afraid to get on stage with Marcus.
I have to call you out.
Don't be afraid, Jeff.
Well, you know what?
I'll take it easy on you.
I will tell the story. I will tell the story that in 2004, I believe it was, I hired Rack, was coming down the West Coast, and they had a night off. and I found a bunch of this experimental chemical called 2CI, one of the Shulgin amalgams, and I decided to have a test. The party was called the test.
You're doing it.
Hey, I heard that makes people's hair change color.
Well, let's hope so. I maybe help me grow.
Have you seen pictures of me when I was young?
Like right before your eyes.
In all honesty, I couldn't get the band on board, which was probably a good thing because we were all losing our fucking marbles that night. But I had balls enough to get on stage with Chris Machete, another incredible guitar player. He is right in your league, right? Wouldn't you say, Marcus?
Machete.
Who's he's now at Real Estate.
Listen, for what it's worth, if the band tried that night, there's no way we would have been able to play.
Oh, I know.
We'd have been able to like, dude, it would have been a terrible.
Oh, your keyboard would have been moving because everybody was sitting there. Everything was like moving. They're just like, whoa.
And we were, listen, we're adventurous, but we also are realists, and I think it's a good thing. But
well, I mean, playing high is hard, right, Marcus? If you're out of your mind, or do you find inspiration there?
It depends if you're in public or not.
But to try to perform and keep everybody engaged, it's hard to do it when you're out of your mind.
I don't know. Me and Todd have had a few times where we've been successful at it.
Broadcast. This is
real talk. This is real talk here.
Well, the good. Well, I look forward to experimenting. We got a couple nights to experiment down there, so
all right.
I'm really looking forward to. Yeah. Stoops, tell everybody, because everybody is asking about Rack. Like, what happened? When was the last time you guys played together?
Last time we played together was September a couple years ago with Jay Lane on drums, and it was awesome. Then a million different projects started. Jay plays with Bob Weir, and I was playing with 17 million bands, and with schedules, it's tough to line moving pieces up. Jay and I were living here in Denver. Chris is living in the western coast of Florida, and has a great career right now in real estate. So it's tough to sometimes get all the gears in the same.
Of course, I mean, and then you guys started so early in your lives. Like Rack was like your high school.
24. Right? I think it was 24. You know what I mean? It was
24.
20 years ago, pretty much. So, everybody's, but it's still like, as soon as we play No One, it's super fun. And, that's the thing. Marcus, before, when Jeff and I were saying what's up before the broadcast started, I was like, man, Marcus and I have been playing music together now for the better part, probably of a decade.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely have. Yeah. Various projects.
What are your marching orders to your guys? Because you always mix up the band. I mean, do you play with the same band all the time, or do you always mix it up? Right?
Learn the charts.
Are there charts?
Oh yeah,
learn the music. It's not easy, Jeff. It's not easy. Marcus's shit is.
Well, Marcus is. When I hear Marcus, when I went to your show at the Mint after Humphreys played last year, your stuff is so complicated. I was surprised that you just pull guys in off the road to be like, oh, you're going to play my Galaxy shit. And then these guys will step up and they all nail it. So how hard is it to get people on that train?
Oh, we have a vetting process. It's very strict. It's very, very strict. If you don't pass
blood tests, urine tests.
I take my direction the same way that Frank Zappa did his. He's kind of a role model for me in that way, to have perfection for the compositions, but also have amazing moments in the improv. So, I expect people to definitely prepare outside of their, it's outside of the rehearsal, and it's usually people who have been recommended or have played with before. I emphasize people who can read music usually. If not, that's fine too. If your ear is great, but it's complicated, so that'll take some extra time. But it's also just like the background of the person, and I'll just know if they can hang or not usually. But the guys who have kept doing it with me are the ones who have shown that they're really dedicated to learning my songs and wanting to make it come to life and stuff, and I'm so grateful for that always. So it's tough, but I try and keep guys in the same regions that I play in, you know, and then if people are able to travel with me, I'll bring them along with me too.
Right. I mean, that's the amazing thing. You guys are both in Denver, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the music scene there is incredible because so many of you guys have moved there. I mean, both you guys are transplants, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know a lot of Denver musicians that don't live here. I mean, no, I meant that didn't like grow up here. You know what I mean?
Right. There's not a lot of people that grew up in Denver.
A few of them. Denver is by far, and Marcus, I don't know, Marcus will probably agree, is the best music scene in the country. Really. Like, if there's one place to be when the pandemic starts to come to an end, you know, I would say Denver or New Orleans, but like Denver, Marcus knows all about it.
Even during the pandemic, honestly, Colorado was Denver was the place to be. I think, you know,
Yeah.
You know,
it was voted the best place to spend the pandemic. Actually, was Denver.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah, because you guys were back into the music and the eating and the dining out before everybody else, and you also had all those musicians to pull from. So you had Eddie Roberts doing little shows. You had all these little things popping up that weren't happening in the rest of the country. So I think in the beginning there, and you know, who knows, maybe coming up. But
our COVID rates are also the highest right now ever.
Are they?
So maybe we were just, you know. Who knows? The jury's out, but yeah, the COVID rate. I mean, all the hospitals are full, dude. So like, we'll all like. I think that another like, you know, another check on our reality is probably a good thing. Hence, like getting the fuck out of the country and going to the islands is probably a good idea. If we're gonna make music, I feel good that we have to make, like Marcus said earlier, right, Marcus? Like we have to put our tests in 5 days before or something.
Yeah,
you have to get
everyone
tested.
has to. Yeah, we all have done it already, and frankly, I've been getting tests almost once a week based on where I've been going and traveling to and stuff, and so it's all been cleared and everything, and I'm glad everyone else is doing the same. You know, to make music stay alive. I mean, we got to do what we got to do, and musicians and people in the industry, we're warriors. You know, we got to keep doing what we do. I don't know what else there is to do, so we'll be as safe as we possibly can, and continue to bring music to people's lives until this vaccine comes out. We'll see if it works, and hopefully it does.
And I checked the temperature spread. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's like 76 at night is the low.
No, dude, this is the best thing I saw. The best thing I saw was it was like high of 79 during the day, low of 79 during the night.
Oh yeah, best weather.
I also found a guy that like a friend of a friend that has a sailboat that is offered. Like, I have plans that we'll speak about off.
Lots of friends. You know, there's a good American contingent down there. The guys from the Windmill Bar are all expats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
Marcus is graphic of the pirate thing. You know, maybe we get a ship and we stay at sea for a couple of years. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm ready. I was just gonna say, there's a lot of summer camp music festival family going to be at this. Who's working a lot of the Mo crew and people like that. So I just want to like shout out to them for helping put a lot of this stuff together. You know, and all the guys that are involved with putting this thing together for us. It's going to be hopefully something that keeps going, you know, and that we can continue and make something really special.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the kind of thing, like I saw on the thing, that your original lineup that you had on the first ads, something happened to most of the guys on that lineup, and you had to get all different guys, but that you might go back there in February and March if everything works out good now. So this would be every 2 or 3 month kind of thing, if it works out.
I think so. I think we're trying to work on that right now, actually, and see how this one goes, which is looking like it's going to be great, and hopefully it can continue, and we can bring other bands down there eventually, and stuff like that, and make it something really unique.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Kraz. I had Kraz on the show yesterday, and he's going to be down in West Palm actually the weekend after we're in. He's playing with O'Teal in West Palm. And he asked me to shoot that show out today and let everybody know that he's going to be playing with O'Teal in West Palm on the 18th and 19th.
Oh, I thought you just said he's asking you to shoot the show. Like you're going to go from the Virgin Islands to what?
No, but what I told him was that these guys are looking to book acts. So they got to start lining up with the people coming into Florida and bringing them over to St. John. So I know that I'm sure everybody's going to want to play that place after they see what's going to go down there next weekend.
Yeah, there's already a big influx of messages and requests from a lot of people across the board about it. So It's gonna be really sweet, I think, going forward.
If we have to go to the Virgin Islands every 6 weeks, God damn it, it's going to be tough.
Hey, we might just have to move there. I mean,
We'll figure it out.
We'll just see about that.
Yeah. Well, I just got to tell you that when I got the call, I was so like I just couldn't wrap my head around it, and I'm in the shower and I'm watching what's left of my hair, and I'm thinking, and I'm just like, I was so excited, and I was like, oh, you idiot, your passport is still 4 weeks away. But fortunately, it's the U.S. Virgin Islands.
First question I asked Marcus, passport, because Marcus, my passport, I lost my passport one night in a hotel room with you in some weird part of the country. Was it?
Are you sure we were in the country or were we out of the
airport? I had flown. I had a connection. I landed. I was like, dude, did you find my passport? Do you remember this? I questioned the staff. Yeah. Gonski.
Yeah. Got to keep that
anyway,
on persons.
10 to 12 weeks to replace them, by the way, Stoops.
You only need 2 forms of ID, the driver's license and a birth certificate if you don't have a passport.
Yes.
Record,
look, we have some friends checking in.
Oh, Hash
we're excited.
Yeah, we're excited, man. Super excited. Hash's brother actually has a bar on the island as well.
Oh God!
Hash's brother's name's Cheech, and I'm spacing out on the name of his bar. Maybe Hash, you could type it in, but he's got one out there too. So we're all going to be hanging out, and it's going to be sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? My wife is a very sought after medical professional, and maybe there's a spot for her to change the way they deal with medicine on the Virgin Islands, and we can just be there.
I love it. Here we go. We got the answer already. The tap room.
The tap room.
Mongoose Junction.
There we go. Everybody check out the tap room.
Mongoose Junction. Mongoose Junction. I'm excited. All this crazy stuff. I've never been there. How big's the island? You've been there. So how big is it?
It's not big. I think you can drive across it or around it in about 30 minutes.
Really?
Oh,
yeah, 30, maybe 45 minutes.
Listen, a week there, they're going to know all about us.
Yeah.
I think they know all about us.
They're maniacs again.
A huge national forest there, and all these different coves and bays and stuff, and with wildlife everywhere. And, you're driving on the opposite side of the road there, and it's a whole nother world. It's really cool.
Tapper brews their own beer. This is good. Ash is giving us everything we need. 9.5 miles is the island, which is pretty much, it sounds like the same size as San Francisco almost, right? Because San Francisco is 7x7, so that's almost identical. 49, 45. So, Mark Joseph also chiming in.
Hey, Mark. Mark Joseph is also going to be rocking with us from the Big Woo. Mark's been doing stuff down on St. John before. He's a great guitar player and singer, as you know, from the Big Woo. And Lowdown, I believe, is his other band. And we're going to have a good time rocking out together.
Yeah, awesome. Cat.
So, and just as hilly as San Francisco. And Rob McCracken, is it really not 100 people? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I think 100 people is our limitation. But if there's 101, I think we find room for you.
Right. Take it to Jeffrey Epstein's island of sin and torch it. Is that near there?
I kind of. People have been saying it's Jeffrey Epstein that you're going to a party at Jeffrey Epstein's island, and I was I would go.
Hey, you know what? You know who's the famous musician on the island? It's Kenny Chesney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going to be there, I think.
He's a bad motherfucker, and he's got great music sense too.
Didn't he come to Bonnaroo and sit in with some rock band or something? I think one year.
No,
I kind of remember him sitting with somebody. He's an interesting character.
Kravitz, we were telling. I forgot who I was with the other night, but we were telling Bonnaroo 2003 stories. You came up too.
I don't even remember Bonnaroo 2003, but I do. Were you there, Marcus?
I was at Bonnaroo 2002 and 3, the first 2 years. It was awesome.
Rack played the first year, right? Or no?
I'm talking about 17, 18 years ago. We played one of them.
You played one of them. I remember begging them to put Rack on the bill. I'm like, Farman, will you fucking sign Rack so I can have fun?
Thank you. That was awesome.
Well, you guys were the shit back then. I mean, you were really coming in with music that was the only other people that are doing anything remotely like that was Fish. And now you got so many derivative. You got the Twiddles, and Ryan Dempsey was on the in the comments a little bit earlier. I'm sure you were a huge influence on that guy, Stoops, back in the day.
Dude, we have a really weird old story. They moved into like our old band house. It's weird, but I love them. They're really close friends. Max Blackman is saying that it's $200 round trip from New York City. So Blackman, buy the ticket. Get on the bus, dude. Take the ticket.
Bring some lights.
Yeah, bring lots of. Get on the ferry.
Bring lights. Bring smoke machines. Come on, Max. I will say that the flights from here were a little bit more expensive, but still nothing like they would have been, back then. So I guess not a lot of people are traveling that time of year. But when I looked, the planes look pretty full. But
yeah, flights are cheap right now. The Virgin Islands. People should get on it.
And the beautiful thing is, this is not a packaged thing where you need to spend an arm and a leg, and it's not an all-inclusive. So you're going in, you're just buying a ticket to the nights you want to go. And then it's just a cash bar, I guess, right?
Yep, exactly. It's really easy going, really relaxed.
The LD of Guns N' Roses is asking us if we need an LD. I think is that an automatic yes?
Need an LD.
We do.
Guns N' Roses, baby.
Guns N' Roses.
This is right.
And Dead and Company. Max worked with everybody.
I mean, I like to say Guns N' Roses, but
I like to say Slash.
Yeah, exactly.
They were never about, they always had a hell of a show, Guns N' Roses.
Dude, the first time I saw Guns N' Roses was opening for Metallica at Compounds.
I went to that tour. That was
89, 88.
Yeah.
88.
Yep.
And this girl, I was in Catholic school, dude. And it was first concert, like, away from my parents. And the girl, we went with a group of kids, and the girl that I was with got hit in the head with an empty Jack Daniels bottle, and we had to leave.
Oh.
But Guns N' Roses was killing when we were at the first aid tent. It was awesome.
I remember going to that show and watching Guns N' Roses, and then Metallica came out, and everybody around me was headbanging, like this for hours. And I started to do it, and after a dozen times, my neck was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah,
how are you guys doing that?
Blackman just my first show at Brooklyn Bowl was for us. His first show doing lights. Yeah, cat. Matt, get on the plane, dude. It's too important for you to miss. This will be psychedelic.
Ash likes to say thievery corp.
Oh, that's probably
corp.
Yeah, because Max works for Thievery Corp.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, there you go.
He's their lighting guy. So
well,
Max, very talented. We need you down there, Max.
Yeah,
Come on. $1.99. Get on a flight.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, it's very unique. It's a very unique thing to happen right now, to think that there's even any kind of music coming up. It's very brave also, because it constitutes traveling on a plane. I guess 5 million Americans had no problem going to eat turkey. So
6.5.
The 10 of us can get on a plane and fly down to the
that's right.
Down there.
That's right. I've been flying. It's not that bad.
You were just here. You were just here in California doing some gigs. How did it go?
They were great, actually. We had shows in San Diego, Carlsbad, at this place Gnarlywood, which is really cool. Chris Myers was on drums. Shira was singing with us. Pete Griffin on bass. Ben Smiley on keys. So really fun band, and they had a great sound stage, awesome LED wall, and great lights and sound. And we had 50 people there. Everyone had a COVID test at the door, and it worked out really well.
Where in San Diego?
It's in Carlsbad, actually, north of San Diego, I think, just a little bit.
North County, they call that.
North County.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. We had a fun time playing, and it worked out. They had some great amps backline for me. I was super excited about. And,
yeah, but then you got kind of skunked in LA because they changed everything, knocked it down to a 10-person limit in the houses, and
yeah, we had a whole thing planned, and then literally the week that we were going to California, they changed the laws. So we've been dealing with that sort of uphill battle as far as keeping shows going. But we still ended up doing the show. It's just very small, very, very small, and sort of changed our plans up. But nonetheless, it was great to be back out in California playing, at least 1.5 shows. So
Yeah, it's really hard because now it's getting darker earlier. Even though it's not freezing here in California, it's still chilly enough where people are uncomfortable outside at night for hours on end. So we're definitely going into the darkest time of the year. So I'm so glad we have some light and some beauty coming from the Virgin Islands, and I couldn't be more excited to be going with my old friend Todd Stoops and my good friend Marcus Rezak and my camera and my brain and all the drugs I haven't eaten all year.
We're on a live broadcast again.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I want to go live from the Windmill Bar or from our palatial wherever we're staying and do a couple shows down there. But I don't want to promise anybody anything because I don't know what kind of state of mind I'm going to be in. But we will be going live from the Virgin Islands a couple times and talking to the other guys in the band. And are you broadcasting the shows? Do we know if we have Wi-Fi that's good enough?
Yeah, we got Wi-Fi and we have Jamcast streaming network is going to be providing the live stream from their site. So check them out. And also check out Loose Leaf Talent Agency and Spin Cycle Presents, 2 great companies bringing live music to you guys out there. So yeah, check out the stream though on Jamcast. It's going to be awesome.
All right, we'll be advertising it. I'm sure
and the sound will be good.
The sound will be good. We're going to put all the links up from down there so people can share in the groove and check out. If you haven't seen Shred is Dead, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube you can check out, and also from Marcus's Galaxy project. Just very inspired. I'm looking forward to being inspired, hearing some new sounds, and hearing you shred the fuck out of those Grateful Dead songs.
Thanks, Jeff. We're so happy you're coming, man.
I couldn't be more excited.
You're
Marcus, I know you got to get back in the studio. You're in the middle of a session right now.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh yeah, look at you. Look at you go.
Here.
Go crazy and just start
This is Violet Recording Studios in Boulder, Colorado. This is
Hey
Chris
guys.
Wright. He's the owner of the studio here.
Nice to meet you.
Kravitz and Stoops. Luis Montoya here.
Yeah, Kat.
Hi, Luis.
Legendary jazz, Latin jazz violinist.
Yeah, Kat.
And we're working on his record. But
Excellent.
super happy to be on the show with you guys. And thanks, Jeff.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me coming out to the Virgin Islands. And, I'm not going to believe I'm there till I'm actually standing there with you guys, getting on that ferry and going out. And by the way, my plane lands at 4:20.
So does ours. We're probably on the same flight.
Out of Miami. Good.
Out of Miami. American Airlines.
4:20. I was like, that's my flight.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Thanks, Marcus. Get back to work.
All right. I'm out of here too.
All right. Thanks, Stoops. It was great catching up with you.
You too, brother. I'll see you in a couple days.
Looking forward to it. There you go. 2 legends, Todd Stoops, Marcus Rezak. We are all going down to the to have some fun. And our world is lacking in fun right now. You feel it, I feel it. We're all need something to go on. Mike Sherry, what is this? Saw a Jamcast gig by Skark. They know what's up. Thank you, Janine. Hey, Janine, there's still room. There's still room. If you guys are thinking this sounds really good, I could use a trip to the Virgin Islands. Let us know. I heard there's about 20 tickets left per night, which means there's already 80 sold. And I'm sure I've heard from friends, my friend Jordan Zucker and Kim and Ronnie, and they're all like, oh, we want to go. So now everybody's like, they want to get on the bus. I'd get on the bus too, because I'm getting on the bus. Couldn't be more excited to be going down there with our friends. If you saw my gifting show the other day, I had my mask chains. And I've been giving them out to my friends. Lachines, Kiki is making these chains. I have to get, hold on here. Here it is. Here's the mask chain. And they're very handy, because they fit over your thing. Here's my mask. The mask is made by my wife, Julianne. And if you're interested in your own Grateful Dead mask, she's whipping them out. But the chains are great because they hang around your neck. And then you just take it off like that. And then when you want to put it back on, it's right around your neck like that. Ta-da! And this is the way you wear a mask. You don't wear it like that. You don't wear it like this. You wear it like that when you don't want to see where you're going. That's how you wear a mask. Chewy Smith gave us a great code, 25% off on your CBD, all your CBD products from our friend Chewy Smith, also organics, delicious CBD products that actually work. So try all the products, 25% off everything in the store. The hand cream, got it right here. I've been using it every day because I got alligator hands, keeping me nice and soft. Also organics. See, I'm just going right through the stuff today. We got a couple comments here. Yeah, Kiki's site, Lachine, is on, I'll give you that to you again. That's on Instagram. If you can't find it, hit me up. And Julianne is on Instagram, but UK Jules K, but she's also Jules Rocks. If you put Julianne Kravitz Etsy, it'll come up and you'll be able to see her masks. And she can make masks, any kind of mask you want. You just got to tell her. She can make one for every outfit you have. So that was my buyer's guide. And the also organics. And don't forget the Asher's chocolates. 20% off with your 420 Live code. And you get the delicious 420 Live CBD bar, potato chips, pretzels, mini M&Ms, coconut flakes, raisins, chocolate, CBD, and 8 ounces of half pound of meaty chocolate. You save 20% off your order of $75. They'll know because you use the code, and they'll throw the bar in the bag. Our friends at Asher's. We love the Ashers. They're great people and good friends of ours. And I tried to talk Jeff into coming down, actually, because we always need more friends. Sinlawn Synthetic Lawn Care. You have one more week to enter the contest for a 5 foot by 7 foot roll of Sinlawn, and I'll see if you entered because you'll use this 420 Live link to enter the contest. And if you enter on my link, I'll enter you into an 11 by 14 for my collection of 500,000 different pictures. Sinlawn.com, environmentally friendly synthetic lawn for all your synthetic lawn needs. I know a lot of you don't care because you have water. There's more water in most of your states you can deal with. But living here in California, we're environmentally challenged. It's always a drought. We haven't had rain yet this year, but we have coffee. Grady's Cold Brew. You get a 20% off if you use the 420 Live code. So don't do it like it says there in the link. No, I should actually change that. Edit that link. Edit. Boom. There it is. There it is. Here, Grady's Cold Brew. 20% off discount. 420 Live code. See, I got rid of a little slash. The 36 cups in your cold brew kit. You can get cold brew kits. They have all kinds of different ways for you to consume your coffee. It can be hot or cold. Store and pour bean bags. New Orleans style chicory coffee. Keeping the chickadee. And I think I got it all out. How cool? Yes, it could be in an apartment lobby or inside on your patio. If you have a patio, you can do the lawn. And the Ashers, the best graham crackers, chocolate covered pretzels. I love. Janine, you know me, I'm on the pandemic pivot. This is what it is. And, I'm not sure what's going to happen next week. I know this Friday we will not be going live. Tomorrow, we have the Dude of Life on the show. All you fish heads out there, I know you love the fish content. Trey's too busy to come on the show. Fish is too busy. Mike's too busy. Paige is too busy. I don't know what they're doing, but they're too busy. And I have the Dude of Life coming on. We've had Tom Marshall on multiple times. The Dude and Tom. Two of the best lyricists in the game, especially amongst our scene. Oh, I also got the new iPhone 12 today. I don't know if you've been iPhone shopping, but it's kind of like the iPhone I had 2 years ago with the edges on the side and stuff like that. And now I got to get a case. But my old iPhone is, check out the cracks. Can you see the cracks? Oh, my iPhone's on crack. See how cracked it is? Look at the back. Oh, I'm a little rough on the glass back, I'd say. But basically, the case was holding my iPhone apart. Now I got two phones that are both working. Actually, folks, you know the drill. You got to stay safe. You wear your mask all the time, even when you're home alone, even in your car driving alone. Wear your mask. Stay safe. Stay healthy. 2 years ago was 6 years ago. It's kind of like we're living in dog years. Everything's kind of different now. Time is just, it's so weird. Can you believe that Christmas is 23 days away? That's mind-boggling to me. It doesn't feel like it. I guess Stoops and I were talking. It's snowing a lot there in Denver. So He said the snow's sticking on the ground. It's staying 30 degrees. He's like, I feel like I'm back in Burlington. And the Burlington vibe in our scene and in this world, Rack was a total Burlington band. Chris Machete took guitar lessons, I believe, from the same guy that Trey did. So here, the Rack was your high-level, early Fish derivative band when nobody else was even trying to go there. Those guys would come out and do it. And I saw Nina talking about how Kevin Shapiro had him at their wedding. I've invited Kevin Shapiro, and I'm going to call him out right now, on this show no less than 10 times. And he keeps telling me, yeah, okay. But I actually think Shapiro and I have a lot of personal history. And I think he's afraid I'm just going to roast him on the show. So he's afraid to come on. So I think Kevin Shapiro is afraid of me. Even though he's an attorney, he's nothing to afraid of. I love all my friends. Shapiro's one of my oldest friends. And I'd love to have him on the show. And he's on my list. And I did actually text him a couple weeks ago without any kind of pretext. We haven't texted in like a month or two. And I was just like, I'm starting to take this personally. Because these are my friends. I want to have all my friends on, but some people don't want to talk. I get it. I think Shapiro likes it better when he's on Sirius Radio and he can just tell everybody what's going on rather than have somebody ask him questions, and get inside his brain because, I have a lot of questions. And back in the day, if you ever saw a video camera taken down in a venue, that was Kevin Shapiro going over there and ripping it out of the guy's hands. If you saw a camera or a mic that was front of house, Kevin was very protective of the brand's image for years. But I love him to death, and I'd love to have him on the show. So here's my Kevin Shapiro. You guys can all bug him if you know Shapiro. And also G, my buddy who invented the Chem Dog, keeps promising me he's going to come back on. But I got some great growers lined up to come on the show. We're going to talk to the guys from Green Lantern, which I actually have right here. That's all I smoked off of that Duba Green Lantern. And last night I took it to my friend's house, who is a major legal, my friend Brad from 710. And I turned them all on to the Green Lantern, and they were all just like, "Whoa!" Yes, Machete looked like a young Trey. I agree. He had the glasses. He had the same look on his face when he would play back in the day. Snowing in Burlington, yes, but we expect that. Oh my God, Green Lantern! You folks at Garcia Handpicked, keep up the good work. Finding these delicious strains to put in that beautiful packaging you have. Bradley did say that he felt that the packaging was paper. It wasn't keeping it really fresh. One thing I've noticed with my bud here in California is that it's getting very dry this time of year with the Santa Ana sucking all the moisture out in winter, that your bud gets very dried out. So you don't even need a grinder. You just go and the whole thing. But that happens to my skin too. Drying out. Anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in today. We will see you tomorrow with the dude of life. Steve Pollock is going to be here with Charlie. Charlie's got such a long name. I can't even, I don't have it written down here. Hold on. Let me see. Where is it? I have it here. Let me read it. Charlie de Saint Fall and the dude of life. Talking about the dude of life's new band, his new music. We'll get into some fish lore. We'll talk about it. I saw an amazing picture of him. God Street Wine. Yes, they've come up a couple times. The God Street Wine's name has come up like 2 or 3 times. But I will say, when I was upstairs watching God Street Wine, I was kind of like, I'd never seen him before. And they were back. It was like a reunion type thing because they'd been broken up for so long. And I was watching God Street Wine. I'm like, yeah, they're okay. And then I went downstairs to see Rack, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? These guys, they were the truth. And I'm more in the shred. That's why this Shred is Dead is a perfect trip for Jeff Kravitz. You want to come down and watch me work my camera? I know a lot of you would have been seeing me taking pictures this year in the pits. I always get comments. I always get photographs of myself in the pit that my friends see me working. They're, oh, there's Kravitz. And then I get all these pictures. And none of that this year. No photography, no music, no thinking about it. Now I get to put my thinking cap back on and get ready to go. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. Peace, love, and happiness to everybody out there. The big hug coming at you. Oh, 2 of the other items on my watch list were the Unicoda pizza oven, which if you don't have the Unicoda, they were selling them at a nice discount earlier this week, and the Oculus headset. You want to get your Oculus headset? We can meet in cyberspace. I could show you around. You know, we could play cards, throw a ball at each other. It's like being together in cyberspace. So everybody pick up your Oculus for the holidays so we can all go and to be with it. I don't think there's anybody shooting. Who's going to be shooting me? I guess everybody with phones. You know, they'd be like, "Oh, Kravitz." And Stoops did say, "Bring your guitar, Kravitz." But you know, I'm not that ballsy to step up there with Marcus. But I will be happy to sing a couple Dead songs. I'd be happy to do a Scarlet Fire for everybody, my favorite, or a little Shake It Down. A Shake It Down. Nothing but, you know, shake down street. Everybody, thank you. We'll see